What's up guys, it's Kosh, and today we are doing Lightning Princess First Days Guide, Beginner's Guide, so you will learn how to properly play the game and how to get really good boost early on. It's day 3 already, oh my god, I'm so late with the guide, had a lot of work. So, I like this game because it got the 3D graphics and it looks pretty cool and it got some unique mechanics, so I was like, okay, let's go. It's from the same company that makes most idle games, from the Super Planet, but this one seems kinda unique, so I decided to give it a go. So, first of all, in order to unlock more things in this game, you will have to do the guide quest. This is the really bad idea. I hate it in all mobile games when you need to progress these stupid quests in idle games, but you can't do anything about that. So basically, yeah, because of that, I would advise you guys not to overspend your diamonds, not to overdo something, follow the quest line before you unlock everything, otherwise you might get stuck. So right now we need to do the promotion, and it's a special dungeon that will actually allow us to get extra stats, so let's give it a go and see how strong we are before going into the guide, so you can see the difference. So we are in here, and you can automate everything. You can put auto hunt and auto reach, and that will allow you to use skills automatically. But take a look at that. The time is running out and the boss isn't really taking that much damage, so we will not be able to finish this quest and we won't be able to progress, so we need to get stronger. As you might notice, I'm using the mouse, so I'm playing this on the emulator on the PC. I'm using the LD Player emulator for most idle and mobile games for Android, so you can download it as well from the link down below in the video description. It will help you to get more offline rewards because you will be online and they are usually higher than offline ones. And overall it's pretty convenient because you can use macros to macro some things, so yeah, you might want that. Now let's move to the game. We have several areas where we can improve here. The first one and the basic one was here. You got through this in the tutorial, training for attack and HP. This is the most important thing that will make you stronger, and you should invest most your money into it. Then you get the critical attack, and as you go higher you will get higher multiplier. So yeah, this is secondary. Go for it only when you upgraded this one, because this one seems to be way better. Don't forget that there are training manuals here. Those will give you extra stats and extra bonuses. Let's get this one. We don't have money. I spent everything. Should have checked this one before, because that's give you additional multipliers and you can unlock more as your attack will reach higher level. So yeah, those giving you extra stats as well. Then we have this button that allows us to level up. There we go. And this button to claim the loot. There is a nice button to receive also. You can get all the money, all the rewards straight away. You can also upgrade it, and there is a stage requirement for that. If you get plenty of diamonds and you are playing offline, that would be a nice thing, but yeah, don't go too far with it because it might be too expensive, so yeah, don't overdo it. I don't advise spending that much money on it anyway. Then you got all your daily tasks here. Obviously you have to finish them all, but the cool thing that you can press receive all and collect all the rewards at the same time, which is pretty unique for idle games. So quality of life, guys, it's here. A lot of other rewards and all the challenges here as well, so yeah, I won't stop on those. You already know all that. Come here, claim that, and you're good, so you get free stuff for your growth. Then you get the summons, and here you get several options that you can summon. You get equipment, pet, relic, and skill rune summons. Those will unlock on the higher guide quest, so yes, you really need to do that. But early on you need to get stronger, so equipment is a way to go. Go for the maximum one, because it's easier to get, and that will allow you to get extra stuff. But once again, don't overspend it. If you will spend all the diamonds and then you will get the quest that requires you to do the summons, for example, you might be in trouble. Sometimes you can use the keys to get those open. We get more keys here, so let's do that. Bam. The animation here takes a while. If you want to spend everything, there is a button that will allow you to spend all. I don't advise doing that again because it will be not that efficient. It's always nice to spend them wisely. And yeah, it doesn't matter if you summon 11 or 55 of those, you will get the same amount per gem. So yeah, both of those options are good. As always, the higher your summon level will be, the higher will be the chance of getting the higher gear. And for some rarities, you might need to go for specific levels. For example, level 3 doesn't have a chance to get SS gear, but level 4 will give us a tiny chance to get that. While at the maximum level, which is 20, it will be 1%. 100%, so it's pretty nice. At the bottom there is a chance to get different tier of the item of the same rarity, so yeah, 4 stars is the hardest one to get. Moreover, as you summon things, you will fill up this bar that will give you the level and also extra chest with an item, so that's another good addition to your loot. I advise you guys to actually balance things out in this game. You would like to summon equipment, accessories, relics quite evenly. Of course, damage is always the highest priority, but in some fights you will be dying, so you will need health as well in defense. Summon relic option here, it doesn't have the level, so you always have the same chance to get the relics. Let's get some of them, and those are pretty unique. We'll talk about those in a second. Let's summon some more, so we'll be able to use them properly. After that, you get the special shop packs and all that stuff. That's not for free-to-play guys, so I won't stop there because I'm a free-to-play player. I never pay in the games, so yeah, that's why I'm greedy bastard. And if you are just like that, don't forget to like the video because it's free, and subscribe to the channel. That will help to promote the video in YouTube algorithm and help me out. I'll be really grateful. And yeah, when you get the item that's better than what you have, you will have this icon at the center of the screen that's showing you can equip that. So do that, that will give you an extra oomph. Now let's move on to the main progression area, the skills. So let's go to the equipment. Since we summoned it a little bit, let's see what do we have here. Yes, you can synthesize all that will allow you to get it to the higher tier. You can level up the best equipment that you have because that will allow you to get extra attack increase, and it's always nice. And the equipment that you have unequipped, it doesn't give you anything, which is pretty interesting. So you can level it up, it will give you attack increase, but it doesn't give you owned bonus, which is weird. The only thing that you get is total equipment level. When you max it out, that will give you extra bonuses. So that was really unexpected for me, and yeah, I was surprised about that. Each item have the special owned effects. But in order to get the owned effect, you will need to go for slot options. So here you can change option and get something, and all slot options are owned effects. That means that that stuff will stay with you even if the item isn't equipped. You can get owned effect only on A and higher tier items, and I don't really have it on all of my items, which is kinda weird. You can change the option manually, that will give you some bonuses and you will be rolling it forever. Or, oh, that's nice, thank you. Or you can roll for auto option change and go for specific rarity and specific stat. So for example, I will go with attack here, press it, and roll until I will get the good reward, and that will spend those things until it will be done. I advise to go for this only when you unlock extra slots that will be available later, because it's spending quite a lot of resources, and yeah, it's not that efficient. But we obtain the selected option, 400 attack, it's pretty good, 1.3% of combat power. I actually like how you are being shown the attack power bonuses. So same with all the items, the weapon goes for attack, armor goes for HP, boots go for HP. For the accessories, it's kind of the same, the necklace goes for attack, ring and belt goes for HP, so you will have more items for HP than for the attack. And yes, total equipment level works for all the equipment, and you got total accessory level that works for all the accessory. So yeah, I advise to work on that only when your main accessory and equipment that you have is leveled up properly, when you get all those bonuses here and you get the most of it. Otherwise, it will be really wasted resources. So yeah, don't forget to upgrade all your items with options, because those are passives and you might need them. And don't overroll them early on, because you will be able to do it later when you unlock more slots. Now the relics, which we summoned beforehand, those are kinda weird. They just give you the bonuses to some specific stats. So old watch gives you attack, this one gives you HP and stats, etc, etc. And there is a specific rate to upgrade. Early on it's really high, and the higher you go, the lower it gets, and yeah, it's pretty simple to be honest. So yeah, I advise you guys to get it a little bit, because you got the multipliers here as well, and they will be really useful. So don't be greedy, that will be worth it. Next one are skins, and skins can be bought using the diamonds. I'm not sure if they're worth it, to be honest. You get the costumes, the weapon and backpack skins, and those are actually, well, they are really good. They all have their own effects, so when you get one, it will stay with you forever, and that's giving you pretty decent bonuses. So I think skins might be one of the best investments that you can get. And once you will be able to get the set, bam, the set will give you extra bonus. So altogether they will make you way stronger, so you definitely would like to get at least the cheapest ones, not the ones that are really expensive. That will help you out drastically to progress. And yeah, skin is the only option to change the appearance of the character. Otherwise it will not change, you will have the same look, and that's actually pretty sad, but we get what we get. It doesn't matter what you equip, because you will get the bonuses just for owning stuff, keep it in mind. Early on I wouldn't advise going for expensive skins, so buy the ones that cost less than 10k, because, well, you can afford them and they will be really good. Afterwards, I advise going for the costumes first, because they give you attack and they are really nice, but only if you have extra gems. I don't advise you guys to overspend it too much here. But yeah, eventually you would like to buy all of them, because they are giving you multipliers, and that's really important. Then we get the skill rune, which unlocks at level 388. That will take forever to unlock, so not right now. Next, skills. So for the skills we got the traits, which are basically a skill tree. Here you got the requirements to unlock the next step, and it also requires specific stage clearance, but it doesn't matter, because you can still upgrade them to the maximum level. So level 5 isn't the maximum, let's put it like that. So let's get some accuracy here, we got plenty of points, and I don't really want to overdo it. The bonuses for attack are really low here, that's only 10 for 1 point, so health recovery is nice, it's percentage of your current health, so let's get it up a little bit. But outside of that, I advise you guys to save it and get only the ones that give you percentage bonuses and that kind of stuff. Otherwise, it will be too expensive. You can always reset them. It will cost some diamonds. It's not that expensive. But yeah, try not to do it too often. Next, the skills. For the skills, you got the 3 different setups that you can use. And yeah, I advise you guys to get the top tier skills that you have and upgrade them evenly. Don't focus on one thing unless you really think that you don't like some of those skills and you want them to be, you know, just lying there doing nothing. So yeah, upgrading all of them is a nice idea, because that will allow you to actually have more overall DPS, and the first upgrades are way cheaper than the further one. Moreover, each skill have special attack, and that special attack is being cast with a special chance. So I'm not really sure how it works. I tried to figure it out, but there was no info about that in the guide. So yeah, the cool thing that those special attacks are not really matched with skills. So for the lightning ring, which is going with the shockwave, we can install lightning jump, but if you match them right, you will get 200% extra damage to equipped on the lightning ring, so that will be more effective, and I advise you guys to go with the basic setup early on. Later on, maybe you would like to change things around, but right now, for sure, you want to keep it basic. Next area, Awakening. Now, this area is really interesting. Here you will spend Awakening crystals, I don't know how they're called. Awakening stones, yes, and those will give you the stats that you want. Always focus on attack and HP first, and those stats, accuracy and accuracy next, and then maybe if you are tiered into one type of attack, use that, but otherwise evenly distribute between them. So accuracy will work for me way better. When you finish one of those, you can do the Awakening, and that will give you stat bonus, and the further you go, the more of those you will get. That's a long-term progression mechanics, and you need to farm them in the dungeons. Next, we got option slot multiplier, which is again pretty unique mechanic. Do you see how different the game from other games like that? It's pretty nice. So here we have the bonuses for specific equipment option slots. It's pretty expensive, it costs you those multiplier points. I got only one, and I've got this attack multiplier. Early on 1%, that's not that much, but that's something. And yeah, once again here, I'm not sure what to advise yet, I'm not that far into the game. Early on you won't need that, but try to balance it out, focusing on attack again, and if you're dying too much, maybe some defense, but I'm not really sure about that. Basically what it's doing, it's boosting your option slot. So we got 1.1k from attack, and by investing here, we got 1% extra on top of that. So if you're focusing on attack, that will help you more. If you're focusing on equipment option slot plus % attack, that will help you here. again, you can always reset it for 300 diamonds. It's not that expensive, so you can change it later, don't worry. So now we got stronger, but not strong enough to clear enemies instantly. What do I do? As you can see right now, our health is good, so we just need more attack. Have you seen it? We got the special attack right now, and that actually decimates enemy quite easily. Every day before going into the dungeons, I would advise you guys to level up everything that you have, starting with the summons. So you would like to spend most of your diamonds, not all of them, and we will go for equipment and accessories in the even portion. So I will spend, let's say, 40,000 diamonds, so we will spend some here and some here, and let's see what do we get. We spend until we'll get to 30 right now. Come on. Oh my god, that's taking too long. Sadly, I can skip it, and you can't really input how many summons do you want. You can go all in or not. The most efficient way will be evenly distributing it, but I don't know. So okay, we are done with equipment summons. That almost got us to level 4, so yeah, we got some A tier, we didn't got any S or SS tier equipment, and now let's move on to accessories. You know what, I will just summon all because I'm too late. Oh, you can select it here, okay, that's nice. This is really convenient, so here you can select how many summons you want to do, and I personally want to spend like 20k over here. Open all, and bam, you got all your results right here. Really, really nice. Thank you, game. A lot of quality of life stuff here. And the rest, 10k, will be spent on the relics, because why the hell not? We got the S tier relic. We will be able to get more of that later. The diamonds will come from finishing the quest for summoning and that kind of stuff. And we also get the extra keys. There we go. So what do we get? We get the new weapon, we got the new belt, and that's about it. That's not that much. Let's do some upgrades. So the weapon will be the one that we'll be using for a while now, I guess. Let's level it up. Yeah, I advise not to go too far here as well early on, especially because you don't get the passive bonuses, so just go when it's not that expensive in terms of your resources. Level 45 will work for me. That gave me 18% extra combat power. Alright, we upgraded all the equipment. Now let's work on the relics. There is no level up all button, sadly, so you gotta manually click all those, but it's pretty satisfying. There we go, that gave us 11% more. And are we more efficient right now? We're taking out the boss. Pretty much alright. It's not that crazy, but it's not that bad either. So dungeons then. Let's try to do that promotion dungeon first to see if we got stronger, because we did so many upgrades and we should be able to beat him right now. If not, that will be a goddamn disaster. Let's see. Yeah, the damage output is way better right now, but it's still not that crazy good. I'm surprised how tough this guy is. So we managed to do like 75% damage before time runs out. So what can you do in that situation? You can farm some resources for the upgrades. And you don't sweep, you go into the dungeon and try to take it out. You enter it manually instead of sweeping. Since you got stronger, you should be able to defeat those guys way easier, and yes, they are being massacred. That will give you extra money that you can spend for upgrading yourself. I advise to get out a continue challenge so you can go as far as you can with the current state of things, and if you fail the run, you will get the key for the dungeon back, so don't worry about overspending and going too far and losing your keys. It won't happen. So yeah, my tip would be attempting the dungeon only after all the upgrades you can do today. That will allow you to push further and be more efficient and get more stuff from them. By the way, guys, you might want to use specific builds for dungeons and bosses. If you need the guide for the builds, let me know in the comments so I will make one for you. So there we go, we managed to go through several levels, and now I think, yes, we have enough to do the training manual tier 2. Bam! And that gave us 20% extra combat power and insane amount of attack. So now we take out enemies way not fast enough, but faster. Item enchantment scroll dungeon is a bit different. Here you get only 2 enemies, so it's more about single target damage here. You're fighting the boss. And the build should be a bit different. Early on, once again, it doesn't matter because you don't have any builds. You just try to get as much power as possible and decimate the enemies if you can. Just go for the max DPS, upgrade yourself, and that will be better than tinkering with the builds early on. A small tip I can give you guys is turn off auto rage when entering the dungeons. That way you can manually activate it when you want to, so you will get extra damage. Otherwise, I mean, it can be activated outside of the dungeon. And as you can see, it actually helped us to massacre the boss here and go further, because before that I was unable to defeat those guys. So that will help you to go a bit more for the bosses. So auto rage is only useful when you farming and leaving the game running in the background. So yeah, each dungeon have its own features. Skill enchantment dungeon will have the boss and the minions. So here you got a combination of different skills required to do it more efficiently, but once again, early on it doesn't matter that much. Be mindful though that you will need to spend all those tokens, tickets, in order to get the free one per day. So if you have them stored up like I do over here, in the end of the day you get nothing, so you won't get your daily tickets. So yeah, promotion dungeon, we will keep it for the end. Then you get the Tower of Darkness. Here you can get those awakening stones, and the further you'll be able to push, the more of those you will get. You will need to massacre a bunch of enemies here, so more AoE skills the better. And every day you will get a double rewards of the highest floor cleared. So that's a passive reward for you, so try to climb as high as possible. That will give you quite a good daily stuff. And the last but not least, arena. In the arena you will fight other players, and early on you will suffer. So let's challenge someone and see how it goes. I won maybe 1 or 2 fights so far, because players here are very tough. So yeah, once again I'm being massacred here, guys. Here are very strong, and I don't really have a chance of winning. Sometimes you're lucky, but it doesn't matter. You still need to use those up, because that will give you the rewards per fight, and you don't want to miss those things. Anyway, there we go, we lost, but we still get the resources that we can use in the... Come on, where is it? Here, in the arena shop, in order to buy more stuff. For example, buying more arena tickets. Yeah, you can get the random option multiplier point, which is pretty cool, and it's not that expensive. Then you can get the mysterious bead upgrading option slot, so that's pretty cool. Most of the rewards here are pretty nice, so you won't regret spending them here. What to go for though, it's totally up to you, depending on what do you want. I advise going for option modifier, because that will allow you to get extra progression. So when you will upgrade those, you will be able to become stronger. By the way, guys, if you are wondering what exactly influences your stats, you can press here. You can see attack, HP, and offline rewards. And for attack, for example, right now we can see what works where. So we get the basic attack, we get the attack increase, we can press see all, so we can see all the available options here and how they're being applied, so that's really convenient. And by the way, speaking about those final water type destruction, all those destruction, that's additional multiplier that will apply against specific type of enemies, so yeah, don't overthink it too much, it's pretty simple. Yeah, those bonuses for total option slot increase doesn't seem like much, but over time they will add up, and they will be that difference that kinda makes the difference. So yeah, let's give a go to that promotion challenge that we almost forgot, and see how much stronger we became after doing all those upgrades. Can we defeat the boss now? And yes, look at that. That's even more convenient than if we use the skill that we had to use beforehand as well. So auto rage is off, we do rage manually, and the boss is defeated. We got our promotion, and we got the multipliers that gave us extra stats, and we can finish with the quests. And there we go, we got the most annoying quest of them all: defeat monsters enemies. So that one we have to wait it through. I was summoning things and I got lucky with hammers. That's way higher damage than we have, it's like 10 times more. Let's level it up, and that will be a good addition to our equipment. So yeah, it's also quite a lot about luck, because if you get lucky with a good equipment, that will help you quite a lot. Also, starting with an S tier equipment, you will get equipment owned effect. That's surprising, and it will increase as you level that thing up. And for the equipment that you want to use, I advise to get equipment option slot for attack increase. That will increase the current items bonuses basically. So that's 2% attack for this specific hammer, and it will give us 6% on top of combat power. So yeah, for your top tier gear, you would like to get that opportunity and that ability. And if you are way too strong, you can smash through the levels instantly, overpowered. 100% of Lightning Princess attack is higher than enemy's HP, so we can just smash through the levels if you are strong enough. That's really cool, that saves you so much time. So if you get lucky to get some good equipment here, you can just plow through the levels. That's insane. By the way, if you want to get a bit more oomph, obviously you can get all those 3 buffs, and that will give you attack bonus. So let's actually watch 3 ads, maybe we will plow more levels. There we go, so we did all that, and we also improved our buff. And when we do all that, we will get the attack buff. Or not. It's not huge, only 10%, but gradually it will increase. But yeah, I don't really like watching ads too much, so I barely use that. But it allows us to go through more levels right now, so why the hell not? And yeah, just like that, guys, you will be able to plow through the levels, sometimes fast, sometimes slower, depending on your luck and how efficient you will be. By the way, guys, small tip for you how to automate loot harvesting, because you will reach the limit of those chests quite fast, and I don't like to spend my diamonds on this, so I advise you guys to do this. Open this chest, use the LD player for that, start recording of macro, receive all, wait a little bit more, close, but close somewhere so you won't click somewhere else, bam, and stop the macro. Afterwards, go to the settings, loop it forever, and save, and when you will run it, it will try to click those areas, and that means that you will get all this loot forever. There we go. Bonus tips, the very powerful one for the people who watched till the end. And yeah, guys, if you get your own tips for Lightning Princesses, let me know down below in the comments. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. All those actions, together with your comments, are drastically improving the video performance in YouTube algorithms, and I love to see your reaction to know that I'm doing things right. So I always appreciate your attention. And yeah, you might want to join the Discord, the link will be in the video description, just as the link to the LD player, my other YouTube channels. I've got the PC games running right now with the City Skyline series and other city builders, so don't forget to subscribe there. I really need subs there, by the way. And yeah, you will find other stuff there as well, like my social media, TikTok, and other useful stuff. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been Stan Kosh. Have a good one. Bye.